Boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages, welcome to Denver, Colorado. We're at the intersections of Park Avenue West, 16th and Lafayette, where you've joined us previously as traumatic displacement continues to move one block at a time. I'm sure you'll be hearing me repeat these phrases again momentarily. Good morning, boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages. We're downtown Denver. It's time for more of the traumatic existence, displacement, discouragement. There are shovels going toward people's tents, as is often the practice in our fair community. With the roadway being closed off, we experience additional circumstances of trauma. Good morning.
I gotta wait for her to bring it in.
How you doing today?
I'm okay.
You live here?
Let's go.
Oh.
He's trying to pack up and they're not letting him in, even though he's been here for an hour waiting to help her.
Well, if they hadn't put up a fence last night before he had a chance to come over here, he probably would have been on the inside. Right? Good morning.
Oh, what would you like?
I was going to say hi.
I think you can.
Would you like them out?
We got muffins and coffee and creamer.
Make you a cup of coffee?
Yes. Yes, please, thank you.
Oh yeah, we got some hot food as well. Maybe we should skim the coffee so it's I like all the stuff in the coffee.
I'm Brian. I run a live stream here in Denver called Cut the Plastic. And if anybody would be interested in telling a story or having experience,
I'm over here to help my girlfriend. And they took me out of there. And I'm a citizen.
I have three. I have
So I'm not out there.
more than
I'll give you some small ones.
we got plenty of money. I have small.
We got plenty of sugar for them.
The fences are up, folks. They were up last night, as a matter of fact. We're here at 16th and Park Avenue West, Lafayette. As you can see, we have at least 3 city employees sitting here, standing, talking to one another, not interacting with the residents of the neighborhood, the community. Thank you for your words. Because what they should be doing is trauma-informed care out here at this time, right? There should be each resident having communication, having thought. Wouldn't it be nice if those people there were like, we're sorry we're evicting you today. Here's some coffee. Here's some donuts, right? But this is the richest country in you know the world, We have so much to get rid of and give away. And so, here we are. It's another day in the neighborhood. We've got people's homes thrown away right there. That's the kind of stuff I want you to stay focused on, Denver. You saw the picture. It's going to happen 3 times this week. And then on Friday, we're going to get a foot of snow. Right? It's going to snow 12 to 20 inches is what the weatherman said this morning. Oh, should I turn myself on?
They just cleaning up and the trash.
Yes, they fence off every time they do a sweep. Cutter's not here at the moment.
Is it gone?
Oh, no.
Good. What's new?
No problem. I got you. I've been talking to him.
Huh?
I've been talking to him.
Oh, nice. Actually, I just want to get the camera scene over on the stolen property, destructed goods. We can still talk to them by all means. But they should see it happening, right?
Yeah. Brian says good morning.
I don't know. Someone said that non-private.
Yeah, I was walking doors yesterday.
16th and Lafayette. That's where we at. From 16th and Lafayette to 16th and Park. That is the location, Denver, Colorado.
Well, again, I didn't know, but they wouldn't probably be over.
It's not over yet.
No, I thought it was the rain was still.
It could have been the first day, it might have been, usually you have, when you start the court process is, finishing any outstanding motions of evidence, what items are going to enter into that haven't been decided on. Then you have jury selection, voir dire. And so voir dire requires sometimes days. But I heard that they were doing, I heard something on NPR for like a flash that went through, and I didn't pay attention enough. That they were struggling with how do you select.
So this morning we're at a suite. We're at 16th and Park Ave and 16th and Lafayette. This morning at a sweep. There's more cops than it is help. There's only 2 helping ladies right there, social workers. All those cops down there, if y'all can see. All those cops are just in a pile, barely having masks. So this is just an opening right here from the fence, so y'all know I'm not in there. Like four city workers, 5 that I see right now, destroying all these unhoused residents in Colorado.
What do you know about
Cops right here just sitting in the car, not doing anything.
I am not a.
Oh, it's not Brian, by the way.
I am educated
right
a
there.
little bit. Hi, everybody. I am a human. So are you, and so are these people living out on the street out here. By Friday, we're gonna get 10 to 20 inches of snow. 10 to 20 inches. That's what I said this morning. So this is like the drill sergeant, Mayor Hancock, saying, pack up, move up the mountainside, and hike 5 miles and reset up. It ain't right. Look for these.
You might want to do that side too. No. Oh, the shirt. Thank you.
Oh,
I am
did you not
human.
get it all?
Yeah, I didn't get it all. There you go.
What's it say at the bottom?
Oh, it's
Message to the mayor.
Message to the mayor.
So,
Yeah, this is my Occupy Denver t-shirt. Because, I was pressing them and I'm like, oh, this is the shirt I got on. I guess I'm going to do it.
Just showing y'all what's up.
well, look at it. Would you look at how prepared this person is?
I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, who's got a nice radio in their vehicle? Oh, really? It's got a pull-up. I think they are. Which I got to keep practicing. You said a pull-up? Huh? A portable. Like a portable box.
That's what I kept saying last night, yo. Where I'm going? Yeah. All them kids fighting. Bro.
You're not a Denver voter. Are you registered to vote in Denver?
I've been here for 2 years. How you doing on this?
No, this one's for composting and recycling in apartments and condos.
Oh, shit, Jay.
Hello.
Fuck the cow.
Hey. Maybe that should be grass so we don't walk in it. We're in a post-COVID world now. Well, no, I mean, like, also you should know that that's technically a misdemeanor. Well, you're not on the sidewalk, so you're good. It's the road. If you spit on the sidewalk, it's actually what? It's a ticketable offense.
Exactly.
Why you that surprised? It's crazy out here, man.
How much no? That was not very well.
Separate. Can we put this on your back?
Yeah, I mean,
I like all the need that in there.
No respect for these hotels and stuff. They're just gonna crush their stuff and throw it away. The homeless people aren't even here. One of them just came back and was like, "This is my stuff, I live here." And all her stuff is just torn down. Sorry that Brian is not here to commentary. Not here to commentary or anything. Sorry about that, guys.
Never in the secret, this world is pure evil. There's a war going on outside. Take your fear. Evidence, you've been hesitant and negligent to protect the residents and unhoused veterans. So if you're traumatized, you can learn a lot from the lessons of life. How to provide protection. A message to the mayor, please understand. This is a Rapaho youth in Cheyenne land in a pandemic. Citizens are dying, man. When police to use the toilet or wash their hands and no safe by doing things to shelter in place. The fact you gotta face, you can never agree. Your lame duck legacy past policy history of hypocrisy, fake gas, apology to mine. City's now a danger zone. You disrespect City, Baca, and Calderon. And now we see you got your sights set on DC. Well, we gon' let the whole country know. Cause got the streets need you. You promised to do something, but we don't believe you. Man, got the city and need you. You promised to do something, but we don't see you. Got the streets need you. You promised to do something, but we don't believe you. Got the streets need you. You promised to do something.
Sweet trash, not people. Repeal the urban camping ban, folks. That's all I got to say about that. They said it all, right?
Yep.
Good morning, boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We are at yet another traumatic displacement known as a sweep, trash, disbursement, displacement. There's 1,000 words to call it. At the end of the day, it's inhumane and immoral. No. Oh, I'm okay with that. When that song gets to the point where it's copyright striked on my channel, that means it'll be monetized and published, and the people that are fighting for change will enable it by their financial benefit. And I'll play that song on every video just so that they can get money from my work when it comes to the unhoused. People are talking about copyright strikes with the song. And it's the little speaker that we were using too, so, you know. I had the big boy with me.
If I would have known that you needed a speaker, I would have brought mine. I have a portable G-Boom too.
You know, I didn't think that I was going to need a speaker. I just kind of...
Get it out of...
Remember, I had this in the car, you know?
Yeah.
I got this at the
Pretty
bin.
handy. Oh, the bins?
Yeah,
No. I love the bins.
too.
I miss the bins. That one big one on Broadway never has a bin.
Well, that's because they took them to the locations only. So it's a warehouse in Kearney and one in Inglewood and one in Colorado Springs.
Look at all the insight. All the intel.
Well, so check it. The new line of I Am Human message to the mayor clothing is focused on sustainability. They're getting the used
Sorry,
hoodies.
I'm
No, you're- oh, nice.
It's
Good
not
job.
working.
Yeah, you gotta be taller. Maybe it's coming over the harder. No, we're buying clothes that Goodwill to give away, right, to people, because laundry service is so hard to come up with. And we ran our first run of 75 hoodies and shirts as I Am Human on used clothing. So like the Sprouts hoodie on the, like the zipper hoodie, the green one, I Am Human on the back. There was like a Timberland, a Puma
I love that.
hoodie, right, with the big Puma logo on it, and I think maybe it was on the sleeve or something like that. But it was more patchy, so I liked it because it wasn't like just like green on it. It was like cloth layers, and I Am Human on the back.
I have a friend who does really amazing tie-dye, and she used to live in Denver, and she's a bucket designer. And I wish I could, like, because she does the same thing but with tie-dye, like we'll take old, like, with old rose and like
Tie-dye
really
look.
cool tie-dye and sell them on Etsy.
That's why clothing shopping at Goodwill is so possible, right? I mean, we can take old hoodies like these.
I would love to tie one, because I'm so stressed about
The color. just want to make sure that we're getting the dumpster. Yeah, you could put a black or red. Hey, come down this way. I want to get some good shots. Oh, they're not. Never mind. See, folks, we want to. Oh, Joe Cool, what's going on, baby? How you doing this morning? Did you like the artwork for the photo? That was done by some friends. We can't even see anything on this end. I think we're gonna have to go around the block and be on the other side. There's a parking lot over there. That's probably where I want to really get some good shots. I'm gonna have to go around a block or so to get them. Sorry, I just realized that I wasn't getting like good angle, but trying to figure out how to. I was thinking about going around the block, that parking lot.
Or if you come through the alley over here.
Well, you have to go around that way, I guess is what I was
We
thinking.
came, yeah. Want me to walk with you?
Sure.
Okay.
You wanna walk? We'll have to wait well, we can hold off on this.
Oh my God, Rose.
Yo, did you see me standing with the orange hoodie in front of you? That's to kind of block him off. Oh.
Oh my God, I thought you were about to get this up.
No shit. Shame on you, Denver. We continue.
We continue.
Homeless? Teamwork. I'm doing this wrong if I'm not,
I got you.
oh, thanks. I'm like carrying the lid in one hand and the bottle in the other. That's dumb.
It's okay, I do shit like that all the time. Some nice dirt that we are protecting more than our people.
Well, you know, I'm sure that this is all about the fact that this building's gonna get tore down and some 6-story building to be put up in its place.
Why? This building's nice.
Too small
For what?
for growing Denver.
What the?
Fair enough.
Hell no.
No, I bet you. You look at this, all this interconnectivity with the vacant lot here. This is one giant parcel of availability to turn it
Look
into
at
what
this
you're looking at
giant
across the
wall right here.
street.
Can they just let people live in here?
Nope.
Like-
No, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna build what we have across the street. You'll see it. We'll get there.
One day.
That old thing?
That no, I'm talking about this new one.
Oh,
This
geez.
the
That's
8-story building across the street.
It's kind of ugly.
Well, you know, it was built in the last 20 years.
With that one?
Yeah. So you look at that and say, oh yeah, they're probably gonna put something like that right there. It's Denver.
Right? Blocks the sunlight,
Yeah.
pollutes more, takes so much energy probably. I doubt that thing is made A, well, or B, sustainably.
They can't say no for us being right here.
There we go. That's what we want is a shot right here outside the dumpster. Right here. Bobcat picking stuff up. Right here.
I know.
Okay. Hauling it to the garbage can.
Wow.
That's the evidence of the day.
There you go. Zoomed in for
Thought we
you.
were
Aww.
Zoomed in for you, baby.
Tear down the walls and fence in the cities. That's exactly right. Who said that? D7 Avalon. Good morning, everybody. Captain Nemo, Morbid Angel, Joe Cool, Just another day in Denver, another day in paradise. It's 7 o'clock. When I got up at 6 o'clock for the morning news, they announced the sweep. They said that there was like 100 swept this week on the news.
Nope. It's
And
not.
then they announced how they're doing a 74 unit housing project that'll be ready in like 3 years or some shit like that.
What? Then how are they doing this now? Fucking idiots.
Well, it's how the news operates. They tell you the bad news stuff, and then they tell you something to make you feel good about it. Right? It's the cycle. It's
Yeah.
how you tell the story
That's still bad news.
in a way that dehumanizes the senses. And yes, we don't want projects that are 100 people tall of low-income poor people. It causes pockets of violence against minorities because people who are in low-income settings, when combined together, don't receive the benefits of living with people who are financially well off, right? Getting the secondhand stuff, being lifted up, right? So the mentality that you, like in this building here, maybe you put 3 to 5 low-income people per floor with normal income per the GDP in the rest of it, and it disperses the low-incomeness to a degree that the neighbors start to know one another and build communities and help one another out, and it allows for the grandmas, to be taken care of, and all the things that society should be doing by being in a village. And that is really what this doesn't do. It doesn't have any sense of here's a recycling truck for the waste that should not be going to the landfill but should be diverted. It doesn't take bicycles that will be picked up and thrown into that landfill and give the parts to community agents, community groups that teach kids to build bikes so that they have mental health community interactions. The old adages are that an individual should have a dozen to 2 dozen people raising them, teaching morality, values, and so housing all the low-income people in one neighborhood like Cabrini Green in Chicago has proven to be a negative mentality. So when they come out with this announcement that there's a 74-person low income, everybody's struggling. How many of those people are going to start their day in a mentality of positive mental health that radiates to the next one? Right? That's what I'm concerned about. And I don't think that housing people is bad, but I think that it should be a dispersed through the community model.
Sure.
Whole shopping cart, because no one could use that.
What?
No one could use that whole shopping cart that they're throwing the
A
bags on.
shopping cart. Which grocery store just lost money?
Right, for real. They'll probably pay to get that back.
Destruction of property.
They could even get it in.
Those shopping carts have it lost, like, it's a job in some places where people go pick up shopping carts and get refunded like $20 a cart.
They're fucking expensive. Each one is it's not a cheap investment for a grocery store.
No, especially because a lot of them have those locking mechanisms on it that are RFID chipped, and so there's technology inside of it.
They didn't have to destroy it as much as they just did. And that's just pure violence because they don't want anyone to have access to something to even move their belongings.
Yeah, and by the way, let's remember that Friday we're getting 10 to 20 inches of snow.
It's snowing for 3 or 4 days in a row. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's just going to be a long stretch of snowing this weekend.
Which doesn't normally happen because usually it's dump of snow and then sun the next day. So that'll be kind of rough.
And then,
Yeah.
these people don't have no
I'm
shelter.
trying to figure out if I should go to southern Colorado and ride it out at some community.
That would be pretty dope.
Well, yeah, Friday's my birthday.
Oh.
It is?
Yeah.
Aw.
So I'm truly thinking about driving down, for those who watch, to see Otto and the Watchdog and Eric Grant, and there's another bike going into the landfill.
Can't talk to you, Brian. Missing photos.
No, it's. I'm also narrating for the audience.
Oh, I always forget, and then I just start talking to you. I'm
No, it's good. It's good.
You're really good at life.
The idea of that kind of community knowledge and interactions here, like I know that it goes onward, right? Because these are mentalities. It's like this whole Denver sheriff issue. I have some questions that need to be researched before we put that on the ballot. One of the things is that it's rumored that in Colorado, communities that have gone to a vote for the sheriff end up with Republican sheriffs that violate safe harbor regulations and then actually report people to ICE. So do we want Denver to be a place that says that we're a safe city, but we have Republican voted sheriffs that, or could that happen?
This is not a safe
I'd rather
city.
vote than have Hancock have the power to put a
Well,
sheriff.
but Hancock's done.
Yeah, but I don't like the fact that the mayor has the power to appoint the sheriff. I do think that should be a voted issue. But I see what you're talking about.
But I think that before it fully comes through, like we should do some statistical research, because if the questions are wrong, and ICE doesn't get a pipeline of inmates and detainees from the sheriffs that are voted for across the state of Colorado, then it's a reason to benefit it, right? But if we're showing that safe harbor communities that already vote for sheriffs really are negative, it's a negative change to the community. Maybe then we need to write regulations that penalize Denver for violating the existing agreements for citizen oversight boards. Right, we were having citizen oversight boards, and then they just kind of stopped before COVID because we were holding the sheriffs accountable. We were showing up and yelling at them for things like the fact that the Denver the jails don't have soap.
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So penalizing and suing the city for not holding up to its existing contracts because there's a methodology may be advantageous. And I only say this because I think the next mayor is, like, people are awake. So the next mayor is going to have the ability to democratically use the strong arm of the mayor's office to enact visible changes, right? That maybe if a Candy Citabaco or Lisa Calderon mentality came in, then we'd have executive orders, or bills going into the city where recycling becomes a mandate, where multi-level intermixed housing, and that the existing programs. Why is there a 3-year wait list? Because all the new buildings are buying out of it, right? Stop buying out of it. Mandate that your existing platforms to integrate communities into the neighborhoods. Because, we know lots of people who live in buildings where they're high-income buildings, but they're on vouchers and stuff. It's the new stuff that's going up that's not this mayor has turned his ear to the corporations. Yeah, keep photographing. You listen, talk, take your pictures. Yeah, I hear you. But when we come back on this stuff and when people watch it, or they engage in their mutual aid groups, these are the conversations that we got to think about. How are we going to change it? Because I personally hope that the next mayor could give a sheriff that would mandate changes like community reinteraction and declining detainees based on the capacity to cite and summon, right? And the reality is that most of the people who run for sheriff in Colorado aren't Democrats.
That is true.
And so now we come back to the blue and the gang mentality.
I just worry that the city council is like a pipeline to the mayorship, and the chances of Candy or Elisa Calderon mindset. I mean, the city council meeting last night proved that there are 12 fucking bootlickers and one person that's actually on the side of.
I missed it.
It's, as much as I agree with that, and I would love to see that mindset get in the mayor's office, I worry that like they've got this whole thing plotted out. Either Gilmore or fucking Albus Brooks will come back and be the mayor. I don't know, but like I don't see.
I don't think it's gonna be.
Yeah, Elvis is building his efforts.
Yeah,
I think if he hadn't got jumped by the cops, it would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
I think we need somebody who got.
a good run at it.
I think
But Albus has a lot of infrastructure behind him, and he's gunning for that.
I think we need somebody who lost an eye last year to run for office.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that, but I think we need somebody who was just walking down the street outside their house, got shot by a fucking cop in a drive-by with no interaction.
That guy at 29th and Glenarm who just came out of his house and there's footage of cops shoving him.
Yep. What time do we have? Oh, it's only 7:16.
Wow.
Good morning, Lookout.
By the way, John.
Jill Cool, Lacey,
Oh,
Jindo,
I can only take a small amount.
Alpha
of
Man.
I did some really good research because I watched the live stream.
Thanks, Morbid Angel, for the happy birthday wishes. Grand Rising, Jesse.
All the numbers and stuff.
Yeah, I think the discussion that we're having, hopefully that you're having internally and communicating in your neighborhoods.
We covered all the sweeps in February. We got documentary footage for all the sweeps in February. I got inputs on it, so I know exactly how much this we actually spent. So we're going to compare that to their records that they eventually give us. We'll be like, where's this inconsistency? I know exactly how many people run around every unit of these sweeps. These aren't the same invoices. So we're still pushing forward. We're changing our tactics a little bit.
Nice.
The campaign is far from over. This problem
This
is
is
only
far
getting
from over,
worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Thank you for saying that. though.
Yeah, of course.
appreciate
I
that.
appreciate it.
Hopefully,
It's made a small,
polling
I
gets
was
out.
like, oh, we could try.
I mean,
Thanks,
it also,
JC.
it also pissed him off enough to petition that you can't use audio recordings, that you can't record anymore because we put Tilly's interview into the documentary, and the city filed a petition to say that you can no longer record court hearings because of that documentary. So
No way.
he definitely had to watch it because they knew the exact minutes. So like they definitely watched.
Wait. No, that's state law, and I want to be real clear about this
Okay.
because,
Oh yeah, I'm saying it on your live stream. Sure.
and that's okay. No, I want to be clear about this.
Sure.
We have a right to record, but what you have to do is you have to send in an expanded media request, and you do that at the federal, the state, the county, or the city level, depending on who the prosecutors are. I actually have to deliver service on a case with the case number and all that. I just simply put on my thing, like if it's a Zoom hearing, that it's digitally available, and at least at the city level, right? Because I was recording my own court cases, like I was live streaming them as I was zooming in, and they admonished me for it. My attorney admonished me while on a Zoom call where he told the judge, well, this is recording right here as I'm talking about this. So what we've done is we've started applying for expanded media requests. And so our news group, the Watchdog News Network, broadcasting on multiple channels, because we're not only on YouTube, we're on TrueTube and others as may be. We file it in the court. What we're learning is that you might ask in the thing for the coverage to be consistent for all hearings, and so your initial ask for all hearings, or whatever, when they hear it and they talk to you, if they talk to you at all, will be on the court while you're in court on the Zoom call or whatever. But it's better. I think it's better if you do it 5 to 10 days in advance at least, right? So if you know court's coming up in a month, file your stuff, and then they can get back to you.
Someone's clapping.
I did get my first Moderna shot yesterday, so I might be a little extra.
I would also petition.
Yeah, that's the problem. Look, there's another bike frame hanging. That's a great shot.
Brian, if you, 'cause I know that the city filed something petitioning against how it was used in that documentary. Do you know what exactly they asked for?
I don't, but that should be part of the record, and McNulty should have it.
Oh yeah, well he definitely has the record of it. I was just curious. I thought it was saying you can't use a recorded, not through a Zoom call, like an in-person court recording, that the judge gave permission for them to have a public broadcast of it, and then that public broadcast was then recorded and then used in the documentary. So it was like that sort of chain of like who gets to own this recording, even though the judge said you can publicly broadcast this.
Okay, so
then
one of the
city
things
puts
that
on that.
one of the things that's really interesting in this is if I go to the city and county of Denver to the city hall, right?
Yeah.
I can, if I know the case number, the date, I can get the whole day's hearing. I can just say I want the courtroom for this day.
But you need some sort of information to access it. It's not just public.
You can literally walk in and say, "Here's my $30. I want courtroom 5C today. It's public record. I want a copy of it." You can buy it,
Yeah.
and you can broadcast it.
After you buy it, you can broadcast it.
To my understanding, that's what my lawyers have advised me. So,
That's good.
yeah. So the other thing is that you pay for the right to use it, basically.
Yeah.
There may be,
Kind of bullshit, anyways. But, you know.
well, and I think that one of the things is that it's whether you're profiting off of it. But otherwise, what you do is you order the transcripts, which are super expensive,
Yeah.
and you have the person read off what they said. But live court's the best. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that?
And I think that was like the strongest part of that documentary was being able to include that pushback to show that Conover was lying. You know, like without that, the beginning of that documentary is not nearly.
Oh, you mean when she says, and it was all these protesters and all these people making noise that scared you, right? And she's like, no, it was the police. I know them. Yeah, something like that.
That was the because someone went and got Tilly and brought her to the court because we listened to the Conover say that and we were like, that's a misrepresentation of Tilly's experience that day. We know because we knew
So
fucking
she
Tilly.
wasn't even originally going to be interviewed until.
We raced over to pick her up. Well, someone did, and
Yeah.
brought them over to the courthouse and got her up on the stand because that was a straight up live from Conover.
Wow.
And the city was pissed that we, did that and then used that recording in a document. Like,
Sure, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very important and powerful.
It is.
You know, and honestly,
So,
right?
Joe Cool, you asked if people are giving notice. They are. But here's some interesting factors. If we were to come in and do all the trash cleanup like they're doing right now in advance, the city doesn't take our demands to come pick up the bag trash.
Well, what about this dumpster right behind us?
That's on private property in a fenced-in area.
But nobody is using it.
when I showed up this morning at 5:30, I was like, I'm totally gonna jump this fence. And then a spotlight immediately hit me, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that.
What? How? Caleb?
There was 5 cops here this morning at 5:30. Just-
Well, they put the fence up last night. The fence was up last
Well,
night.
I mean this one. When I was scouting the ground today,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I could easily get in here and like be close. The cops did not like that idea.
There's the that's on an internal fence there.
I tried to find any entrance. There's nothing.
Yeah.
First time.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Tom.
I would also petition that like the court hearing should be publicly accessible anyways. Like through a database, like how they're doing with body cam footage. And you shouldn't have to pay to access that. In an ideal situation.
In a new technology world, sure. The problem is that there's got to be funds to store the data, run the servers and recognize the timelines on how long you would keep that.
I mean, imagine if the city invested in cloud storage, A, for stuff like that, but also for everyone's personal records, for things like that. Like if
Well, there is some of that for discovery, but what's publicly accessible and what's not is two different factors.
Everything is accessible. All you gotta do is just pay money.
well, that's the inaccessible part.
Well, and there's a timeline of
That's
record
the money
storage.
I don't have money to fucking.
There's an archive law, basically. So there's sunset review laws, and there's archive law. So, for example, body cameras have to be stored maybe 6 months or a year, and there's other factors about because think about the data. The city and county of Denver owns the jails. There's 2 of them. Courthouse. There's 2 of those. The web building and all the floors on the web building, internal and external, and they would have to store all of that forever. That's a lot of data.
That is a lot of data.
Right. So then how long? Or
7 years,
or for 2 years, or
kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. So you have to set all that mentality up. But we're gonna walk across, folks. Yes, Jen, it is. It is absolutely getting trashed. And I want to make for the record that there's a lot of garbage here today. This is an inordinate amount
But also,
of
had we been given time
debris.
to clean beforehand, or say they'd given us the day today to bag up trash and leave it somewhere for the city to pick up or something, we could have salvaged a lot of the things that they're throwing away.
That is true. Also true.
Okay. Are we headed back over?
Yeah, let's do that.
We gotta need our own.
Oh, what? Oh, that's all right. Yeah.
The woman who was in the far corner tent, she packed it first. She was up really early. She's been sweating much time. She's got a box on her face. She wanted to be able to support, and Tanya's with the truck. So I'll try to over there, try to coordinate that if you could.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're gonna walk around.
Pretty obvious.
I mean, yeah, dump trucks and cops well, can we explain your situation in our live stream real quick? We're live streaming the displacement. Okay. Sure.
Your neighbor, you live by?
No, I'm coming into a retail space. We usually park.
Oh. No, not today. Today we're doing some mitigation of this. Yes. It's going to be 50, 60 degrees today. And by Friday, it's going to snow 10 to 20 inches.
Love it, love it. Imagine living out of a suitcase and needing to carry clothes with you at all times for all sorts of different weather.
Oh, man.
Colorado.
No. That would be tough.
It would be.
And you couldn't store that stuff for very long in one spot while you're at work because people will probably take it from you.
And you can't just leave your coat in your tent while you go to work because come home and it's all gone.
Right? Let's get a shot of that right there.
This nice empty space in front of it.
The Bobcat really is that claw, just a perfect width to fit inside the garbage truck. It's almost as if it was engineered for such uses.
For real. Well, when you have endless funding.
Yeah.
With a brake.
Yeah, they do rake up and use lots of different tools.
Wow.
Because, different sized pieces of debris.
Sure.
So the claws of a rake, those plastic yard rakes really do work well to pick stuff up off the ground. Hard surfaces like the concrete.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's still going to be an environmental disaster when it's done, though. Right? It'll still be, they'll leave debris all over the place.
Yeah, of course. We don't do a good job cleaning up at all. I thought that the Headwaters interview in the documentary was really good.
Oh, Headwaters are amazing.
They are.
We're trying to get more of that.
Yeah. They do a way better job than this.
Oh, good. We got the green light. Let's walk this. I Let's get that too, folks. You see that? Shame on you sign. I think they're trying to say they continue to be homeless. A lot of waste out here today. We are talking about the message to the mayor. That's right. And you see there's just, people hanging around, talking around while it all gets thrown away. I kind of like this shot right here with the garbage truck.
dilapidated, scooped up, including tarps, blankets, nothing attempted to be salvaged.
Yeah, I haven't seen one box come out of the truck yet, have you, for EHS?
Not a single one.
Not one box has come out all day to put somebody's property that they wanted to store aside. And I also don't see the fire department here today.
EHS workers are collecting all the propane tanks and taking them away instead of the fire department.
Interesting. Thanks for being here, everybody. Cannot express to you enough how this is just a tragedy of the human condition, of corporate greed, of developmental planning issues, where for the last decade we've opened up the concepts of building upwards and not in a way that is financially inclusive. Land developers have been able to buy out, opt out of the requirements the city has to have low-income housing in multi-level units, so that the housing of low-income people is dispersed throughout the communities. Right? We know from decades and generations of examples, looking at even Harlem and the low-income issues that exhibited and experienced, that these circumstances are not mutually beneficial for all. This poor woman, her car's in here. She's like, I gotta go to work.
Whenever they get paid time and a half to sit in a cruiser, you know?
Time and a half off duty, huh?
Differential. It's just it's 8 o'clock, you know?
No, it's not 8 o'clock yet.
Oh, well, yeah,
It's some,
they're still getting extra money.
no badge numbers on there outside. The body cameras. Look how sloppy that is. His body camera points off so it doesn't get what he's looking at. That's an improper dress on his uniform. No ID numbers, no name tags. Nothing. Can I get your name and badge number, sir? Can I get your name and badge number, sir? Refusal to identify. Stop. Excuse me. Do you have a name and badge number, sir? Hey, employee. That'll make a nice little highlight. Refusal to identify. That's a violent, huh?
He might be one of the private security hired by EHS.
No, he's got a badge and a gun.
Oh no, it's a Denver cop that gets hired. They just don't have to wear their badge numbers when they're here because they're privately hired as a third party.
No, if you're in uniform, state law says you have to have a badge number on.
I'm telling you, when they're third party contracted, that's the whenever someone who is not wearing it openly. I mean, EHS does hire a cop.
Yes.
It's their own.
Yes, it's at $150 an hour or some shit like that.
Technically, a lot of these cops aren't acting as cops. They are off duty. They're just hired contractors. Yeah.
But they still have, if they have their gun and they're like acting as a security, they still have to have their badge number out, even though they're not currently being paid by GPD.
Policy says if you're in uniform, you have to identify. And law says you have to identify.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it really is they're not supposed to be wearing their uniforms and stuff.
No, they are allowed to.
Even when they're off duty.
Yeah, because they can get paid by grocery stores to
Anything. Yeah.
to hang out at bars as like bouncers and shit.
But they still have to always provide
And they-
all that info.
If you're in uniform with your as a police officer, you have to identify. Identify. It's that simple. Eric Grant's words are very simple. Identify. Period.
They certainly don't do it very often.
No,
They
they
don't do it very well,
definitely
do
don't.
they?
Yeah.
It's almost like the laws don't apply to them.
Yeah.
Do the it is as if the laws don't apply to them.
Oh, thank you.
while they're doing the victory. With passion, they go to that, and they might want to hold that, right? Yeah, I do too. Right, and then it also speaks the message of that when we're salvaging things from the fire, but all of this, right? I mean, we gotta start. The whole manufactured products of consumption. That's what Friday to Monday. So are we gonna? I'm stressed that you should have a partner also. Local. I've seen days where there's 100-pound boxes of meat. I still think that money can be put back. I keep telling people that if they go on Saturday and they I have a job. I'm 10 miles yesterday. Hanging out What's that song? Yep. Yeah, I think. I don't disagree with why
Well, and this is what's left behind, folks. I gotta go to work. Thank you all for being here. Alpha Man, V7. I hope you're all having a good day. Human love, solidarity. The scene continues, the conversations, the networking. We're gonna continue to grow. I love you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Talk to you soon, Lacey. Thanks.